Welcome, Millennials Mike. So everyone knows this is a platform, everyone has an opinion. Everybody's opinion is valid. You can talk whenever you feel like you want to comment or raise a point. But likewise, let's respect each other, no swearing. That is the main and only house rule. And then there are basically two statements that will get you kicked out. Speak for yourself and to each their own. So those statements, we don't want those statements in this particular conversation. We are basically talking about millennials in general, whether we are talking about men and women. So ideally, we'd want to generalize, don't personalize things. If someone said something offensive, it's not meant to come out like that. We're just having a general conversation. So again, welcome, guys. So let me put up the topics for the week. So I think, guys, I'm just going to put a twist to it because I've noticed some people were like dragging me on my WhatsApp. Can you guys see the topics?
Yep.
All right. So I posted like during the week, as you know, guys, I post some stuff on my statuses and then people engage with me. So the first topic that we have there is getting married and living at your man's parents' house. So that particular conversation, some people came with like different comments. There's many reasons as to why that might happen. So I think that's something that got me very interested. I don't know if you guys, that conversation interested you. And then I had someone say to me, Mara, the audience in this particular conversation is a bit young. So maybe that particular topic doesn't resonate with a lot of you guys. So I don't know. What do you guys think about the first topic?
For me, you don't have to have had to be married. We've seen this happen to our parents. Some of our parents are not married. We've seen this happen to our friends, our cousins. So I think we all relate to this.
Yeah, I think
also I don't think to relate to a topic is based on things that you have experienced. I mean, even you can see around you what's happening, and that's how a person learns. I get in my life.
Okay. The only thing I'd suggest is let's leave out the married part and continue with the statement. Is like, because not everyone is married, but also majority of situation A, it's not always married people.
So what you're saying is you would live at your man's parents' house or now boyfriend or
many people do it.
What I'm saying is many people do it. If you're asking about me personally, I've already been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and I'm being honest.
My girl.
So situations arise.
And I
think leaving it open to not including the married part just means, are we okay with Faten said go high?
The way you put it, I think last week we had a conversation about Faten set, and the Faten set was basically me and my person getting our own place. Now we're bringing Faten set to go high. Hey, I think that's a whole different dimension of a conversation. We can engage it from that perspective. Plus, on our experience with this particular conversation.
Okay, can I add something, Yana? I think on a topic A, it's going to be a bit difficult to keep it within Can we keep it in the sense of the views of majority and also personal views? Because as much as you're saying experience, and maybe some of our experiences might help the next person who's in a situation like this.
Yeah. No, so guys, maybe just for some context, when I say let's not personalize things or to say things like to each their own, I mean in the sense that when somebody is making an opinion or making a point, you would feel like you are getting offended. So what is best. So I always have a saying, I say, preference should not overrule logic. We are all adults. We know there are some things that are right and some things that are wrong. So speak for yourself and to each their own. That is exactly where they apply. We are not going to promote someone or just let you go on doing something that is wrong just because we're no fila it's your preference. So I think one of the things about this particular conversation is that we want to educate each other and enlighten each other. So you need to have an open mind and listen to what other people have to say. So Nico, with what you just said right now, yes, you can personalize it. You can give us your own personal experience, and then we will give opinions and comment however we want to comment. So is everyone clear on that particular point?
Yes, thank you.
All right. So Nico, I think maybe let's start with you then. When I refer, I mean, like you started it. Let's start. Ladies first. You are farting and setting how your boyfriend or your husband, if we may put it like that. What happened in your particular situation?
Okay, in my particular situation, guys, it was nothing planned or no, you know, I think COVID happened. The whole situation, COVID, you guys were there during the whole COVID situation. So then, what I can say is, I think a year later, COVID was 2020, ne?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fast forward to 2022. No, wait. I gave birth to my son in 2021. Yes. Okay. So 2021 had my child, was home for a couple of months, and then Mahube got into an accident, so she had no one to take care of her. So automatically, because Banzeba Kohavo, main girlfriend there, I had to pack up my entire life, me and my son, and move in Kohabo permanently.
Oh, does your person not have other siblings?
Literally by two. It's him and his younger brother, and his younger brother is 16 this year. So then he was like 14. So there was no way. What
you're saying is that your situation was purely based on taking care of the mother because Akona Masadi or how your boyfriend.
Yes, that's how it started.
Do you feel like that was your responsibility, or you did it out of the kindness of your heart?
I think I did it out of the love that I got from Mahe initially. If this was any other mother-in-law or what your general horrible mother-in-laws, I don't think I would have done it. But because of the way Mahe treated me when she found out about me, and she in her life, she didn't bring me in as Makoti, she brought me in as a daughter even before my son was born. So I think that's why it was okay for me to go live there. That's why it was okay for her to be like, okay, mama and just to take care of me and whatnot and whatnot. I think in that situation, that's how everything happened for me.
No, it's tough. Ladies, I need your comments here.
And that's a recipe for disaster. Because one thing about mothers, they will turn on you. Mothers will turn on you if they did not give birth to you. So she should have said no. Can't my cousins. Aunts. Like there was no one.
And so I'm saying, family dynamics are not the same, right? As much as people are not the same.
Yeah.
So at that time, there was no one. I was there. And looking back at it, I don't regret it. I'd do it again.
But the thing is, we've seen this before.
Can I just ask something quick, Net? So do you believe or do you not believe, or based on the relationship that you have with your guy, should it not prompt you to say you are building a relationship with this person? Because there's also some distinguish that sometimes you need to make when you and when you are married. But that distinction is extremely fine to a point where you actually do exactly the same things for your men, whether you're married or you are limcholong, and vice versa. So do you not believe, or him requesting that and you refusing, it creates that barrier to say, and like, it doesn't seem like you want this collusion between your family and mine if already you're not able to help me and my family in our time of need.
It's a creator, but I understand. The thing is, the reality is that every time a woman sees a daughter, it ends horrible. Every time. Same script, different people. We've seen this before. So if he does not understand why then it was not meant to be.
Now I beg to differ, I'm saying. Honestly, yes, we are emkondweni with the things that we've seen other women go through and women close to us. Maybe abo mama bethu or abo aunt bethu or abo sis bethu. We've seen Guti, mother-in-laws can vilify, can be let me retract that. Mother-in-laws can be villains to Bomakoti and all of that. But also, not all of them are like that. So I think as women, we should keep an open mind. Akere ke promota fat and set, guys. Hear me. I'm not saying that I'm promoting fat and set, but I am saying that should situation arise, it doesn't matter whether it was the situation of her getting into an accident, I needed to help her or whatever. Just imagine if you as the female in that situation, maybe egini bakoshile yabo izinto ziyabheda umuntu wakho akana indlu yakhe uhlele kibo, what is he supposed to do? Leave you on the streets and not take you in just because you're afraid that your mother-in-law might be a villain, or think about these things, guys.
Okay, iPhone, we don't know who iPhone is. Kenzo is clapping at what you just said. Congrats.
Okay, sorry. iPhone, I don't know how to change. Last week. I'm gonna go back to what Nico said already. Dynamics are different, guys. There's, I don't know, I think psychologists call it a stable family, which is a mother, a father, and kids. So I'm just going to call it a stable family. There's people who come from stable families, and then you find that they even have support structure from aunts and cousins and whoever. And come it's in a sense, but they don't have that. Like that's all they have. And I don't think normal she would go and ask Masadi Omong for 1 hour if she knew that she had family members to ask help from. So Liana, it was from a point this girl's my only hope, and treating her like a daughter. So as my daughter, I might as well just ask help from her, which I understand why you went. And then back to Ntabiseng saying worry, she wouldn't. I'm gonna go back to family dynamics. Now I would do it. Like if it was not in my own situation, I would do it. But knowing the type of family that I come from, my father will fucking fetch me from that house. It's not happening.
So guys, how you would do it? Do you guys not fear Hori? I mean, we had a conversation about Faten setting and people dating for 5 years and not getting married. And I feel like some of the women had a problem with that. Or I Faten set it's a risk. I mean, Luena, at some point we had a conversation about Faten set and then you had a problem with it. Do you not fear Hori? You can do that, go the extra mile, also my on Nahamu and then Tabanga decide after 3 years, or I ain't like no, even though she's done this much for me, Napila Pila, I'm not here. Isn't
the thing? Just because
yourself?
you are a good person, you mustn't expect everyone to be good to you. You do like Moki situation. It's not that you just wake up and decide to go draft and say situation so and when not because it is you went. So if after 3 years about ask my sister, it's not like when you were doing that, then now because you
okay, there you go. If you didn't have a child, would you still do it?
Yeah, I probably would.
No, how did it end? What was the end result?
And I'm interested in the end.
What do you end results in terms of?
Are you guys still cool?
Yeah, we're best friends. We call each other, we video call each other in the morning and at night.
Yeah, sorry.
I think
Ah,
the question is Lesantele Jola. I think the question is Lesantele Jola.
Strong. Ibile no nka botse re monna ka o kae no.
I remember him, guys. If you were there during COVID, you remember this guy. He'd be on Zoom. I am gating. No oh God. I love that for you, sister. I love that for you.
Let me ask a question to the guys. Majita, Tsepi, Bonza, Smagaleng, is there something that you would do who invite the I know Majita, we are more lax about these things, low fat and set and all of that. Do you think it is something that you would do in your personal capacity?
Look, me personally, it's the intention of where the relationship is going. So if we, you're telling yourself, obviously that's going to be a little bit of a tricky situation. But if you've got valid intentions to spend your life with this person, you know what, at some point, things settled, my pocket really sharp for me to marry her, then without a doubt, I wouldn't hesitate to have her at home. And it's the other thing, Kori, especially with parents, you need to have the conversation with them and let them understand, okay, these are your intentions with this person, because it's going to be difficult for them if you just throw one about to every now and then. It's going to be difficult for them, but everything has to be communicated transparently between the parents. Well, at least that's how I did it.
Okay, now before you answer, Keto, let's now chef ball. So let's say now the house that you are living in is your house. Let's say you come from a disadvantaged background, and then as you go now you decided to buy a house for your parents. So technically the house is yours. Do you feel like your parents still carry the same weight into deciding whether or not because technically you bought the house for them, you're still living there, you have plans to buy your own house. How's that conversation?
Look, for me, it's kitombo. So whether it's actually just my best friend coming to sleep over, I still speak to my parents. No, KG utla tonight. So it's just that combo and that courtesy to let them know what is going on in my life. It's not necessarily that you're requesting, even Lukobona, it's not necessarily I'm requesting. If I give them reason to say, this is why I want to do what I'm doing, then I don't know, maybe it's just me that has an understanding family, but that is the approach that I've always had with my parents. Okay. Or you speak to them, tell them what you want, and then they will give you their opinion. If they're not happy, they're not happy, but they'll know that the message is across.
Okay, Febi.
Joe, Kezo we've read it, Marana. Think I will Joe, Nangas Kisi Chirimon, now and instead, I don't have a problem with cohabiting, but not in my parents' house.
Why not?
I know, like Joe, Azanga, now Kuna Zanga Wabonachi. Wantalan. It's old, but we have never, our child, and our Toma Nobelo Mona the Ganya. Or Ugoria.
Okay.
Is it a case already? Why is already? When are you already? You know when near already? That's
so Brayaga is nowhere near being ready to that is why.
Yeah, then it makes sense.
Before me time at Chocofile last year, Hale Annette, ke mo kwatisa ke itse if it's a regular style, I want a girlfriend.
Yo.
Danga.
No, na le yona that time. Or
Eh?
no na le yona girlfriend at that time or no na yona.
I think no last year niggas na yona wa tlhala mara khale ke
So
seng
ne ho le
khale
boima.
yeah ke na le
Only
ngwana
motho le di-piece job.
no I think ke na le ngwana because le mama hai ba mmone tsatsi le ba ilotlisa molao wa tlhaganyo re bjang tsatsi ba tlitse molato ne lona ba bona daichiri that was the first thing
Wena
that was
braya ka taba hao ya o fitla ditšheri tsa hao e nyaka re ba ne le 1 hour for yona special le go tlhalosetse gore bothata ba o keng wa o fitla bana ba bangwe.
This is actually a topic next week because we need to talk about being introduced to the family or whatever. Anyway, after the
Smagaleng le tshepe ke bone le melisitse le so smagaleng no nyo goreng
bona mapele khopolo butsa ane day ne
okay
gore le ba setseng le introducitse ba setseng ba introducitse le ba introducitsweng ne ko di family ne how does it turn out after maybe let's tlhela utlwana le motho and then we introduce motho mong hape because remember I feel hore the family yeah
You move on.
Life
let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I've never done it.
My
family
go araba mampele mo lebeng go
Never met
first and
anyone.
then le tla tla ka line
Yeah, ladies first.
28 years passing, they've never met anyone. Maybe like my mom, because we besties, she would just know that, oh, she's seeing whoever, but not seeing that person. So even if I come back after, oh, it's whoever, she'll just take it. And I haven't done it because when I was younger, I think go primary, she wants something like, oh, you know, relationships when you date someone and you bring him here. Bring another one. Shem, now we like that one excel. So that
Thank
thing
you.
is still at the back of my head.
Thank you.
okay baba go smart no even lisitse le tso
No, so now I just wanted to ask Tepi, like, but the question that I wanted to ask, or like only more to currently.
okay
Yeah. And how does your partner feel if only more to? How does the person feel for you're not ready to introduce them? Let's say Ojalale in more than a year. And Motha thinks I really family how it goes.
Ah.
Okay.
Well, it's a piece job. Piece job.
Ke ba le ya bothata bana na he otlhe.
Hai nna ke na le dikeme-keme tse ngata eo nthabiseng o tla wa nna melodi.
so nna guys personal opinion ya gore nna generally I think dileng ya o nna go high le me fro go hate so iseng go ntlo even if it's my house and then my parents ba nna le rena it becomes a whole different conversation because ke gaga you know as much as I respect my parents and all of that I feel like I have a little bit of leeway to do whatever that I want. So okay, so no sharp, it's a respect thing and all of that. But I feel like if it's in my house, yes, I respect Tana, but parents need to acknowledge hore no dimano go moholo no wajola unyezi wira. Go high to know it's something else. Can understand how you can maybe if relationship is serious, you can live go hey, no. But I feel like for me as an individual, as Mujit, I feel like I need to be able to have the means to provide for my own family. I mean, like if what if go high honal the sibling, you know, gipitansa family go high, gipitansa the sibling guys. I get but enough one I feel like no, it's not something that I'd be willing to do unless circumstances do not permit me to get my own place. Well, because we all know life happens for people. There's different reasons and different situations for everyone. iPhone 12
Can
Pro.
I speak after iPhone 12 Pro?
Sure.
Guys, you know, to me, it's a no, because the person has got siblings. Maybe there's that one sister in love. When they come back from school, when all they do is to open the fridge, and then they finish. And then now when you have to come back again, you have to buy those kind of stuff, and not even just about groceries. Like I feel like everyone you out there anything that they want to do. Yet maybe ideally it is said that jarata kya last born or kya maybe first born ya moshimane. Mara because the what do you call it? The siblings are not maybe married or they still have access to the house. They come in their own. So I wouldn't want to even dare. I would just say what's up. We will stay where we stay in Gauteng together. When we go home, I got one room. If I do, I will not go. I'll go as I visit only. It wouldn't work for.
I don't have anything to say. I'm just shocked for Lilo, like she's like
no,
no, guys.
We're talking
I know
about
where
everything.
cheese. It's not like literally cheese.
No, it is literally cheese. It is. There's some family.
No, man.
It could be literally
Yeah,
cheese.
it could be literally cheese. It could be
There's
literally
no way.
cheese and it could-
Okay, if you are man enough and when you feel like you can afford all those things and you think your family is going to be an inconvenience,
No, man, you must remember, in most cases, people like there's some people who believe na family yaga e sharp one swar maybe wena ho tlo le mosadi o tlo mpotsa gore mara nna ke feel sister ga o ang rate and whatever, because my sister is my family. I'm always going to have like sort of like a soft spot one swar. So to a certain extent, most people suffer because of maybe the man might not be as sympathetic or empathetic towards their own partner, because of maybe partner maybe I would run my sisters. There's just a difference in opinion. But sometimes it
yes,
could
if
be
only difference, then Artamayen, guys.
But what if I can afford? What if I don't afford to get us a place, but I really want to marry you? What happens in that particular situation?
Because you know, like problem is